For cheap games and to support my channel, please visit the link in the description below to g2a.com. Hey, what's up, Slunts? Joker here. If you saw the other day, I posted a video about PC gamers just sort of being an afterthought for the gaming industry as a whole, and in that I was also talking about Grand Theft Auto 5 and its an imminent release, or previously imminent release, for January 27th, and how Rockstar gave a very elusive answer the other day about whether the game was going to be delayed or not, where they said that we haven't announced a change to the date yet, being pretty elusive, as I suggested in the video, and it seems now that they probably knew at that time that the game was going to be delayed, because that's in fact what has just happened. Via the Rockstar Games Newswire page on their website, they have announced a delay until March 24th, 2015, so a couple more months we're going to have to wait for the game. And don't get me wrong, I'm glad that the game is being delayed so that they can polish it and get it into its best shape possible for its release so that we can play a good quality game. I'm glad about all of that. I'm just not really too happy about the fact that I feel like they kind of lied last week in saying that, even though they didn't say exactly, no, it's not delayed, and then change their mind and delayed it, but they gave a very elusive answer, and I find that to be just as dishonest as lying right to our faces. Now, it would seem that they probably didn't really give a straightforward answer so that they could have time to get things together for the GTA Heist Mode, which they discussed in here briefly, that it will be coming out with the PC version and a few weeks earlier on the console versions for Xbox One and PS4, and presumably the previous gen consoles as well. But it looks like they really just kind of wanted to bundle this delay in with some good news so that they could kind of salvage the news day almost and not really look like the bad guys. And they've also released the system requirements as well at the bottom here, and I'll put a link down to this page in the description below. Taking a look at the minimum specifications, these are the official ones now, not the bullshit ones from Games Debate. You're going to be minimum specification Windows 8.1 64-bit, 764-bit. So basically you need a 64-bit OS. That's what they're saying here. For the processor, they're saying an Intel 2 quad CPU 6600 2.4 gigahertz, or an AMD Phenom 9850 quad-core processor. So they're probably going to need a quad-core to play this game decently. Memory 4 gigabytes, 9800 GT 1 gigabyte video card. I can't imagine that playing it incredibly well, but that's what they're saying is the minimum requirement. And then for the AMD camp, it's going to be the 4870. I'm not really familiar with that card, but probably both very low-end cards there. DirectX 10 sound card, 65 gigabytes of hard drive space. Holy shit, that's going to be a hell of a download. And then looking at the recommended specs, still continuing with the 64-bit OS. For the processor, they're saying an Intel i5 3470 at 3.2 or better. And for AMD, FX 8350, although I'm presuming 8320 will probably be okay as well. I think quad cores in general will be just fine as long as you've got a decent GPU to go along with it. But that's just me speculating really at this point. But I think quad cores will be just fine. And then for the video cards, they're saying an NVIDIA GTX 660 2GB or an AMD 7870 2GB. So maybe they've managed to keep the video memory requirements a little bit lower than, like, if you remember Max Payne 3, that game really ate up VRAM, just like an absolute hog. And also system memory 8GB. So we're getting a delay. We got the system requirements. It's coming out in March. So it looks like we're going to be having a good spring for games. We're going to have Battlefield Hardline coming out, GTA 5, and Witcher 3, so I'm looking forward to this spring and really digging into these games during that time and over the summer, and I'm sure I'm going to sink a lot of hours into these games. And to go along with this, they also put out some screenshots, which I'll show you now here briefly. Looks like we've got Franklin there. Looks pretty nice, I would say, on the PC. Some nice textures on that wall back there. Really, really nice looking. I would say it's definitely a visual improvement over the console versions for sure. Although I haven't really seen too much of the PS4 and Xbox One, so remains to be seen how much better this is than those. I haven't really seen anything side by side. But just happy the game's going to be coming out, and at least we got some system requirements. Just a little annoyed with how Rockstar has handled the whole thing up until now. But that's going to wrap up the video. Hope you guys did enjoy it. If you did, don't forget to stick a like on it below. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not already, and you can always follow me on Facebook and Twitter at JokerSlunt, or get back to my channel anytime by going to jokerslunt.com. I'll catch you guys next time. Ta-ra!